This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Friday, July 26th, 2024. I'm Sarah Simcox. Jake Apollos started his new role as the IMS Museum's first Director of Education last month. He's working on the museum's new STEAM classroom, designing educational programming and providing feedback on new exhibits. He said his background in K-12 education has helped him with the transition.
The fact that I'm able to take what I've learned from that aspect and from what my teachers and my students need and apply it to more of a what can I give to everybody type situation, from little kids all the way up to our elderly visitors, is something I'm really, really excited about. It really does push me a little bit, and that's what I love. I feel like when you start to stagnate, things start to get old and you get a little bit less passionate. So when you have that opportunity to really be pushed outside your comfort zone, I really, really look for those.
The museum is currently undergoing renovations and is expected to reopen next spring. The team behind the Mid-States Corridor project in southern Indiana has received approval from the Indiana Department of Transportation to proceed with its first Tier 2 study. The study will focus on more site-specific impacts of one section of the proposed new highway from I-64 near Huntingburg to State Road 56 at Hayesville in Du Bois County. Northeast Indiana Works has launched a career awareness campaign to spark interest in healthcare jobs among young people. The Healthcare Begins With Me campaign features a website that includes stories and videos about healthcare learning opportunities in Northeast Indiana and online games to learn more about various occupations. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
A company planning to redevelop Irvington Plaza in Indianapolis is in talks with the founder of the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame to locate the hall in the mostly vacant, dilapidated retail center. But details, contracts, and funding still need to be worked out. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
News of a possible development at the site, which was announced this month in a social media post, has been long awaited by Irvington residents, but those involved said the potential project is in very early stages and will require a giant fundraising effort. Terry Talon, CEO of California-based Talon Capital, currently has the plot under contract. He confirmed to our partners at the IBJ that he is working with Tim Turpin, the founder of the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame, to redevelop the Irvington Flea Market site into a 60,000 square foot state-of-the-art building that would serve as home to the hall. The hall, founded in 2020, does not have a physical location and operates through its website and events. Talon also said Turpin's social media announcement, which he says the hall, quote, has found a permanent home, end quote, was premature. Both parties confirmed that talks about the deal started early this month and that no formal agreement has been signed. Talon told IBJ that other potential uses for the nearly 16-acre site along East Washington Street include housing and a grocery store. Turpin's early plans for the hall include rooms dedicated to Indiana college sports, professional teams, and the Indiana High School Athletic Association, along with a kitchen and banquet hall to host events. The project would also include pickleball courts, a multi-purpose sports field, and a connection to the Pensy Trail. Talon aims to sign a lease agreement with Turpin in the next 60 days, with a big catch. The Indiana Sports Hall of Fame must raise $5 million to purchase the 5 to 6 acre plot needed for the development. Turpin has a goal of raising $14 million, the projected full cost to develop the building, by December 1st. But Talon said the deal won't necessarily fall apart if that goal isn't reached. Talon said his company may have to go in another direction if Turpin cannot raise the funds. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Mike Braun, the Republican candidate for governor, released his plan to control property taxes on Friday, calling for increasing the homestead deduction, capping property tax increases, and increasing voter participation in property tax referendums. Under the new plan, Hoosiers with an assessed home value of over $125,000 could deduct 60% of their home's assessed value for property tax purposes through a homestead deduction. Homeowners with an assessed value under $125,000 could use the 60% deduction plus the current standard deduction of $48,000. Braun's campaign said these reductions would result in a 21% cut in the average homeowner's tax bills and 39% for homes worth over $80,000. Perceptions Yoga, Mindfulness, and Art in the Jennings County town of Vernon is looking to crowdfund $20,000 to support a wheelchair lift at its facility. It's part of the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority's Creating Places program, which will provide a match if the not-for-profit reaches its crowdfunding goal. Co-founder Charlinda Evans.
We serve a bunch of seniors in our community, and so since they're one of our main demographics, it's integral that we, get this in place to expand the facility for them.
The organization has raised over $7,000 of its $20,000 goal ahead of a September 15th deadline. I'm Sarah Simcox for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.